My husband thought the video call had ended. He brought his mistress into our bedroom, but the whole family was watching everything live. And then what his mother did was something no one could have ever imagined. My husband thought the video call had ended. He stepped away from the camera laughing and walked toward our bedroom, and a few seconds later another woman followed him inside. But on the other side of that screen it wasn't just me. On the screen were his mother, his sister, his cousins, everyone. The family Sunday Zoom call was still running. And no one knew the mic was on, the camera was on, and the truth was on. I was leaning against the kitchen counter, phone in my hand, breathing like I had just run up a flight of stairs. We'd started these Sunday calls during lockdown and never stopped. Normally I joined, but that night I'd said I was exhausted from a long shift. The truth was, I was downstairs in the basement folding laundry while the call played on the big TV upstairs. I don't know what Jack thought he had clicked, but he waved at the screen and said, "Okay guys, good to see you. We'll talk later." Then he disappeared from the camera frame. I assumed the call had ended. Then I heard his mom's voice, Deborah, sharp and confused. "Jack? Honey, we're still here." There was a pause. Buffle. Then the unmistakable sound of a door opening. The TV upstairs showed the hallway, the bedroom door half open. And then her. Blonde hair. Smiling. Walking in like she'd been there before. Melissa. I knew her name. The same office teammate Jack had told me not to worry about. Just a project partner, Sarah. Relax. I froze. My body felt hollow. But on the screen, Deborah's face changed first. Her eyes widened like someone had sucked the air out of the room. "Oh my God. Jack, what are you doing?" Upstairs the laughter stopped. A door slammed. Something fell to the floor. Melissa's voice floated out, nervous. "Isn't the video off?" And then Jack whispering harshly, "Shit." I walked upstairs slowly. My heart was pounding but there were no tears. I had cried enough last year. When he lost his construction job, when we sold the car, when I picked up double shifts at the nursing home to keep the mortgage current. I cut my own health insurance down to the bare minimum just to keep us afloat. I carried us. I carried him. I opened the bedroom door. Jack was buttoning his shirt. Melissa stood near the closet like this could still somehow be cleaned up and put away. The TV in the living room was still live. His sister had her hand over her mouth. Cousin Danny looked like he was trying not to laugh out of pure shock. I looked straight at Jack. "The call is still on." He turned toward the hallway. The color drained from his face. "Sarah, listen, this isn't." "Don't," I said. My voice surprised me. It was calm. Steady. Inside I was shaking. Everyone saw. From the TV, Deborah's voice came through, firm and clear. "Come downstairs. Now." He glanced at Melissa like she might save him. She grabbed her purse and slipped past me without meeting my eyes. I didn't stop her. I had no questions for her. My questions were for my husband. We stood in front of the TV in the living room. "Sarah, are you okay?" Deborah asked. I shrugged. "I'll be okay." Jack started talking fast. "It's not what it looks like." Deborah snapped. "Then what is it? You're bringing another woman into your wife's house, into her bed, and you think it looks like what?" It was the first time I had ever seen her turn on him. She had always defended him. "He's stressed. Men make mistakes. But not this time." I took a breath. "I suspected something, Jack. But I convinced myself I was overreacting. That I was just tired. That I was working too much. That money problems were making me paranoid. You didn't make me crazy. You made me a fool." He didn't answer. Maybe for the first time he realized there wasn't a version of this story that saved him. Deborah looked at me through the screen. "Come stay with me tomorrow. You're not alone." The words caught me off guard. I had never felt fully accepted by her. But in that moment she wasn't just his mother. She was a woman who understood something about betrayal. Maybe she remembered her own past. Maybe she just saw mine clearly. The next day I called a lawyer. Money was tight, but Deborah offered to help with the retainer. "I'm not going to let you pay for my son's mistake," she said. It wasn't dramatic. It was practical. Firm. Jack cycled through the stages like clockwork. Begging. Bigger. Silence. "You're destroying everything," he told me. "No," I said. "You did. I'm just cleaning it up." Divorce isn't cinematic. It's paperwork and waiting rooms and dividing up dishes you bought together at Target. We decided to sell the house. I moved into a small apartment closer to work. I cut back on overtime and enrolled in online classes so I could move into administration instead of staying on the floor forever. I was still tired. But it was a different kind of tired. It wasn't the exhaustion of carrying someone else's lies. Sometimes at night when everything is quiet, I replay that image in my mind. The half-open door on the screen, the sudden exposure of something I had sensed but never proven. At first the memory burned. Now it strengthens me. Because that day I didn't just see my husband clearly. I saw myself. I saw a woman who had been shrinking for years. Who had convinced herself that holding a marriage together, no matter the cost, was the same as being strong. I had been afraid that if this marriage broke I would fall apart. I didn't. Deborah calls sometimes. We don't talk about recipes or weather. We talk honestly. I'm sorry I didn't see it sooner, she told me once. I didn't either, I said. There was no miracle ending. I didn't win the lottery. I still check my calendar to make sure the bills are paid on time. I still budget groceries carefully. But every morning I can look at myself in the mirror without wondering what lie I'm living inside. Jack thought the video call had ended. He thought no one was watching. But everyone was watching. And most importantly, I was watching. And after that day I never closed my eyes again. If this story moved you, please take a moment to like the video. It really helps the channel grow. And if you enjoy powerful real-life stories like this, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss one. Thank you for watching and supporting this journey. Your presence truly means a lot.